What up, sister?
What's up, brother? How are you?
You know, out here trying to make it.
You
What
look.
about you?
You look. I got to see you recently. Looked like you was making it real good.
Oh
It's
yeah.
it was good to actually put my eyes on you. You're physical. You had a nice little meal in front of you. You
Yeah,
feed
I'm
you
trying to
good.
get back to my Incredible Hulk. You know what I'm saying?
You were well fed. You had juice, and you actually had manners. You said, "Would I? Can I offer you something to drink?"
Hey, I do that. That's what I do to to respect our grandmother and the etiquette that she showed us. You know, she taught us well, right?
Absolutely. How you doing, doll? Would you like something to drink? Let me take your coat.
Hey yo, one time I went with your sister to this like an African party or something like this, right? At somebody's house, a house party, right?
Yeah,
Actually, Benny was there with us, cousin Benny.
yeah.
Shout out to Benny, man.
Hey, cuz.
So yeah, so we go there and I'm standing next to your big sister and she says to me, would you like me to get a drink? And I said, absolutely. So she said, she asked me what I want. I tell her. She go to the place where they got the drinks set up like a bar. She come back with a drink in her hand. She's sipping it, and I'm standing there for a minute, and I look at her. I said, and she goes, "Where your drink?" I said, "Exactly. I'm sitting here still waiting for the drink." And that's why I knew, boy, she broke it. She broke it for a man, and she.
She didn't bring you back. She didn't even bring you a cup
She
back.
didn't
She got
bring
her
me
own.
back not a glass. Hey, she walked over there with the intention of bringing me back a drink and forgot all about it that fast, right? Because it just ain't in her nature. Hey, hey, that's why we got to start training people so that they
We,
know.
well, maybe this right here will help everybody who's
Mm.
joining us. We are delighted that you have come into the Rose Garden. It is a Thursday, and brother, we got chastised last week for not
Oh
letting.
yes, we did.
Yeah,
Shout out to Megan from the ortho spot. She gave it to us. She said,
right.
man, y'all didn't even give her any sort of notification that it was canceled, it was gonna happen. You got people up
Listen,
waiting.
what I want all of those who believed that we need chastisement to chastise the mister, because I indeed shared with him my schedule and let him know that I had a commitment at that time and that he should announce that to the people. But I think he got too busy. You so used to being helped. You got secretaries and executive assistants over there. You don't know how to do your own work. So they need to get their paddles out for you, not for me.
I was seeing that you were the one that kept dragging that out. I told him, "Hey, we're gonna do it at 9," and then you hit me at 9 talking about, "I don't think I could do it at 9. I'm too old. I'm going to bed." You know what I mean? You're in your 40s. You're in the low end of the scale. How you going to bed at 9 o'clock?
Listen, I okay.
Nobody go to bed at 9 o'clock. Who does that?
Listen, I want y'all to know how hard I work during the day. When I give it to my work, it is a lot. Like, and this is how I recognized that I was an introvert at first, was that being amongst the people is a part of what I have to do. But it
Hmm.
literally, it's like they take some of your life source away. So that life source needs to be recharged. And if I get home and it's a reasonable hour and I lay across that bed, I'm not waking my head up. But, but what I know about my siblings, both of y'all live in this kind of space. You get emails from y'all at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I remember we were working on that project together. You developed a wonderful uh, um, EMR complement for our office, and I would get emails at 3 a.m. Now you're lucky I do rise at 3 to do some emails and things like that. But I was thinking to myself, how disrespectful of this person to be talking about business at 3 a.m. as if I am awake. So
You ain't never heard of the global economy? Business don't stop. It's round the clock as the world spins.
well,
So yeah, I'm getting my best work in, after the hours where there's no interrupts.
Well, you know what? I can't follow your lead because I have listened to the Surgeon General and the heart specialist and my wonderful physician who I love, who says I need a good 6 to 7 hours of rest, and I'm gonna get every bit of that. You hear me? 6 to 7.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, it's good to do when you got a warm body laying next to you. You know what I'm saying? That's calling to you. Hey, come on, lay down.
Listen, and you know, and all and my warm body runs really hot. It's like I don't need a blanket, I don't need anything. And there's a rhythm to his heartbeat. So like when I'm going to sleep, it's like a meditation music because you can hear like his heartbeat. So
Hey, I mean, you real close. You can hear somebody heartbeat, boy. Y'all ain't too far apart in there.
I think your intimacy issues are standing out when you over there measuring my distance in my bed. Now you don't know if I got a king size bed, a twin size bed, or a queen
Well,
size bed.
it
You
don't
don't
even matter because I know the proximity close when you talk about you can feel the body heat and also hear the heartbeat. It don't matter if it's a twin size bed. It's close, close.
Well, that's the one thing about being in the Rose Garden. We can be authentically ourselves, and I sleep real close to that heater because I need. Plus, everybody in my family. I think it's my husband is from the South, and his kids believe they're from the South. Is that they are warm blooded, and so they winter, spring, fall, summer. They have their fans on, and I'm not
Oh
talking
wow.
little fan. I'm
Mm.
talking about a industrial strength fan that where grandma used to say it's just like air conditioning. Remember she used
Yeah, them big old fans. Hey, when you get your head under there, it's like you get head colds and all that, right? That's
I
what you think the source of it would be,
don't
you know.
know. So I have to sleep with an industrial strength fan blowing in his face. So the blockage, like staying close to him, kind of protects me from everything, from the curtain swaying to the sheets moving.
That's funny.
So proximity definitely matters in our bedroom. Like you got to have it, otherwise you're gonna be um you're gonna be hurt. But everybody,
Mhm.
even the little girl, I thought when I prayed to have a child, a second child, because it was overwhelming with having two of almost the identically same people. you know,
Oh wow.
oh my goodness, my son came out looking like my husband after I was pregnant for 44 weeks, which is an elephant pregnancy. Okay. Like, I don't even think they do that anymore. I don't think they make you go beyond a certain time. But when I was pregnant with him, they kept saying babies come when babies want to. Babies come when babies want to. And I thought, okay, 40, 41, 42. Like, at what point are you all going to leave me of my oppression? Like, I kept getting bigger and he kept growing, and then finally
Yeah.
so what's that laugh? Oh, that laugh.
No, yeah, I ain't saying nothing. You know what
That,
I mean? I'm keeping quiet.
I know what you're
I'm
gonna
keeping
say.
quiet.
Go ahead with your little disrespectful mouth. What you gonna say? What you gonna say?
I wasn't gonna say nothing. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
You know what? I could see that you had your medicine today, and you're using restraint. You're using restraint. So anyway, when he came out, he looked like literally at delivery. He looked like my husband and his family.
Mm.
And I was just like, that's not fair. Like, that's not fair. Like, if you're gonna follow me for dear life and then you're gonna come out looking like them, this feels so disrespectful.
I told you men are responsible for life. They put the wand of life in you, and that's what happens. I mean, y'all,
But
y'all the incubators, but we the actual real creators.
in this sense, correct. In this sense, correct. And so then as the days went on, as the moment, as his, as he developed, little nuances were occurring. Like they walked the same. I
Hmm.
would come home from school because I was in school at that time, and they both be in boxers, Boogie B in his pamper, and lo and behold, the hands in the pamper and the hands in the I'm like, what is happening in here? Like, I gotta get out of here. So I remember thinking, like, God, please send me my own so I can have one of my own. And then 4 years and 5 days later, God sent me my own, but then she came out. She does look more like me, but she came out in terms of like spirit, like her dad in some ways. You know, she was real
Mm.
hard when she was a little girl. She didn't want you to kiss her. She didn't want you to pick
Mhm.
her up. She potty trained herself. I have never met any child in my whole life that potty trains themselves, but that was my daughter. She got tired of that diaper, and she couldn't even say go to the bathroom. We started seeing diapers all over the place, and we were like, so at the time we had a really good babysitter, and that babysitter was like, she's ready when she's doing that. So, put her on the pot. So we did that. And then next thing I know, she was in underwear. Has been
Yeah,
in
that's
underwear
dope.
since. Yeah. So she was this tough little spirit. And I was like, well, where's my like warm and fuzzy object? And you know where I got it from?
But
You know where I got it from.
nah, we're.
Who's my heart? Who's my heart and my soul?
I don't know. You gotta tell me. I ain't sure.
My Mosley.
Oh, you got it from the dog. You got it from the dog. Yo, that's funny, yo.
Right. My
That's
dog
funny, man.
became my like best friend. And
Hey, man, dogs, like, they could be a whole nother baby, yo, for real. That's why I ain't really trying to. Can you imagine restarting the baby game over again? When you were talking about potty training and all that, I'm just thinking like those are complex things to teach somebody. You know what I mean? It's
very,
tough. It's
very,
those,
because on the
and
flip
then
side of that, you got
and
to
then when
start.
you talk about a dog too, you know what I mean? I said, man, a dog is a whole other baby. They
It
got
is.
emotions too. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
you
Oh
got to
yeah.
hit them on, sent them down on your couch sometimes also, because they got psychological issues, emotional issues, all that.
So as I'm hearing you, you are acknowledging that any life that you bring in your space is what you're saying. You got to deal with that emotional space from.
Yeah, you feel the strain too, don't you? When you in the initially when you start having another mouth to feed, you're like,
Oh
damn,
yeah.
and take care of and all that stuff to that degree. That's a
Oh
lot.
yeah. You're right. You're right. But my
Mhm.
Mosley did it for me. My Mosley did it for me. And for that, he will never be forgotten. I can
I
still
hear you on that.
I could still cry because he's now no longer with me, but
Mhm.
he is with me in my heart. I still am so touched by his passing that it can really make me go into a tailspin. So we're not gonna sit on Mose too long, but Mose did give me everything I like. And look, Meg gave us another. I finally opened up the chat. Look, my little self, I can see
Mhm.
it. She says nothing stood up. So we're here for you this week, and we are excited to be back with you. And I know you feel disrespected, but you next time you see Mister, you blame it on him. It was
Nah, that wasn't me.
it
That was
was
my co-host. My co-host could stay up till past 9 o'clock. Can anybody believe that? Past 9 o'clock. That's so early.
if we did a survey though, I bet you. I think
I want to know who go to bed before
I
9 o'clock.
you're a night
Hey, I
owl.
bet you Meg probably do though, cause she be getting up mad early, trying to make people appointments like 6 o'clock in the morning and stuff. I'm like, man, I ain't making no damn physical therapy appointment at 6 o'clock. That's too early.
So okay, so tell me. So it sounds like you go to bed late, but you wake up late.
Nah, sometimes sometimes I do be making them appointments. So I be getting up sometimes too. My schedule is really unpredictable because I can make my schedule and whatnot. But
What?
I feel a sense of duty to the team. So I'm covering multiple shifts.
So what is your what is your like preferred wake up window? Like if all things are
I
equal.
like to wake up really early. I would get up early because there's a peace in waking up early where there's not that rush. Because I think sometimes when I wake up late, I feel like I'm in Speedy Gonzalez mode or something, right?
Mm,
But when you wake up early, you know, it's a little bit more quiet, it's a little bit more peaceful. But I ain't a morning person. I'm more of a nighttime person for real. I was
really?
born at night and I get all my energy at the nighttime.
Okay, so we have some comments in the chat. Meg says she's happy to catch the show live, and we are happy she's with us. So she goes to bed at midnight. So she checked you, my
See, she like me, yo.
and
Midnight life. That's where it's at.
you go to bed past midnight. I ain't gonna lie. I
Nah,
see how
I do. I
you
definitely
go
go
to bed
past
past
midnight.
midnight. So I think she's at least healthier because if you think about it, she's still in like she does midnight, right? And you said she's
Mhm.
at work at like 6:30. She's still getting like 5
Nah,
good.
I think she get to work more early than that. She probably like there around like 5:30 or something.
Well, she may be
But she
enough.
get off early, I think, so she get to avoid the traffic and all that.
So she
Whereas,
may get to nap. She may get to
yeah,
nap.
yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna tell y'all these are healing stories, okay? Because my physician who I love, and he diagnosed me with my autoimmune condition, and he's the only one who was able to do it. So that's why I love him. He literally told me I need 6 to 7 hours of sleep, and that was like a magic pill for me.
So it got rid of that autoimmune thing.
Well, it's in remission. I don't know if autoimmune conditions ever um, go away. I think
Hmm.
I always, but I am. I think what they say is it's in remission. So I've been, very healthy, for several months. Actually, I
Hmm.
think it's over a year now. So,
Hmm.
um, so over a year, over maybe a year and a couple months now. So I'm just like, I love him for finding, that, you
Yeah,
know,
that's official.
yeah, but
Hmm.
what he told me to do, I listened to. It was almost like when you feel terrible, right? You're like, you know, what can help me, and
Well,
so
don't get me wrong. Sleeping is one of my favorite pastimes. I like to sleep. When I can't sleep, I like to sleep. But sometimes when I got stuff on my mind, and I just got this natural, invisible motivation, driven factor, where if I got stuff to do,
you
I
can't
can't
sleep.
rest. I got to get that stuff done. I don't like leaving things undone.
That's called anxiety.
No, I ain't got no anxiety.
That's called anxiety, and that's a trauma response. But we're gonna work on that later.
I ain't got no trauma response. Ain't no anxiety. That's good. That's called motivation. You got to get some things done. You say, you know what? I
Nobody
got to get
wants
this
to talk
done. I
about
don't
this.
want to be leaving this stuff undone.
Nobody wants to talk. He poor people. He don't want to talk about his trauma. We're gonna work on. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put a couch in your office. Which, oh my goodness, it was beautifully decorated when I went there. I was really impressed. Like, so what woman you had over there decorating that room?
Oh, that wasn't no woman. That was me envisioning something. That was for that was my talent that I've acquired now. I didn't put on. You know how like you gain some talents unwillingly. You know what I mean? That's one. I was
While
like,
you
man,
over
I
there
ain't really like the other office. You know how like you get tired of. I need something new.
yeah,
Let me see I need to change this thing up. I had the vision of the white marble. So
it's
yeah,
beautiful.
that white marble gonna be nice.
It's beautiful. I love it. And
Yeah.
actually, it's funny because I was looking for an executive desk and I saw similar. I don't know if it was the same piece of furniture because I think we shop in different stores. Your tax bracket is different than my tax bracket, but it's similar. It was very similar. And I thought when I saw it, because you saw me say, "Oh, brother, you got new furniture in here." I said, "This is a woman's touch." I would have purchased that for myself. So it looked really good. You did a good.
Well,
You,
I got PTSD. You want to talk about mental conditions or whatever? I got mental conditions around seeing uh the black hair and the scarves at nighttime. You know what I'm saying? The somebody bruised me
what are
with
you
that.
talking about?
I'm talking about nighttime prep,
That a couch is
nighttime prep for melanated women
a couch is on its
who gonna lay next to a live warm body heater, and how they decide to tuck themselves in at night. I'm like, oh my god,
well, speaking of,
get rid of that hair wrap.
you know what?
Get rid of that
I
raggedy
am
hair wrap.
I am putting a couch in your I'm putting a couch in your room immediately. The next time I come on the show, I'm going to show the people how you have to, because it's let me say something. Let me tell you something. Black hair is something you must care for. Black women
No
say,
doubt, that's true
and I'm gonna
indeed.
tell you something. This happened just today, just
Mhm.
on today. Now it brings me to a great story because I even had to call my husband and say, Let me tell you how disrespectful this damn rain is. Okay. So I had a meeting, an early morning meeting, which the benefit of me getting my rest is I had already worked out, taken a shower, and did my beautiful hair all by 6 a.m. Okay. So I was
Mhm.
good. So I get on the road on time. I even get to the place early. So I'm sitting in the parking lot prepping myself for my meeting. And I have 15 minutes to spare, right? No rain, no rain. The moment I crack my door open, the creator saw fit to drop every ounce of freaking water from the sky down on me and my belongings. Okay. So then this creates a reaction in me. Two reactions occurred. First, I looked frantically for the umbrellas, which in my vehicle, I have two. Okay. But there's displacement minions that I live with. Okay. These disrespectful displacement minions take your belongings and don't put them back. Okay. So in frantic exploration of my vehicle in the middle of a storm, I find no umbrella. And there should have been at least two, one very big one and one small one. So then I have to make a decision. And as a black woman, you're talking to yourself. And I told you I was looking good this morning. My hair was all slicked up. It was on. I said, you can outrun rain. That's what I told myself, right? So now, mind you, I'm dressed nice. I got some bags in my hand. I look around, and my other sister melanated people are doing the same thing I'm doing. They must have had some displacement minions too, right? So we're running, and I'm talking about women of all melanated sizes are stampeding to this door because the parking lot is offset from the building. Okay. So I think I'm doing my best run. Okay. Like I am getting it in. I am running, bags are turning. Meanwhile, the sky is still bleeding on me. I get to the front door. My hair is completely down. Stuff is dripping in my face. I needed paper towel, as did all the other melanated women. Okay. All my non melanated counterparts just walking in the rain. I'm like, why y'all walking? You don't feel that rain? And everybody had the same displacement minions take their stuff. Then I thought, this rain is so disrespectful. Let me go out at the very time I opened. Now, the whole time I was sitting in the parking lot and could have went into the building early, but I didn't want to be disruptive to the flow of what the building had going on. So I was like, I can wait. That rain was disrespectful. We go through the whole meeting. We get out. Where's the rain? Where's
Hey, all y'all melanated women, for all of that water that was running down, all y'all worried about is the hair. And now you ask any melanated dudes, they be like, "Yeah, when you take melanated women on vacations and stuff, yeah, they always gonna be worried about their hair and all this crazy stuff."
it's It's serious because it
It's
takes a
funny.
lot. Now look at me now. So I had to just to do this show. Now
I feel you.
I had to wash my hair again. I wasn't wearing this in the beginning of the day. I was looking different. I had to do all this displacement because the minions, first of all, two disrespectful things happened that we need to tackle. You need to help me with it. Those displacement minions, which are family members of yours, need a correction. They need a correction. Stop touching my stuff. Stop touching my stuff. It's very disrespectful. And if you're gonna touch it, put it back where you found
Well,
it.
where them things at? Where they at?
I don't
You
know.
ever?
I gotta ask the displacement minions. I think they're disrespectful. Some of them take them and make it their own. Like
Yeah, I hear that.
like people have been in my stuff and they think that's the thing about family. You gotta be
Yeah,
careful.
yeah, yeah.
And like, I was checking out things in your office when I was there that could go home with me.
And funny thing, yo, that when you talking about running, we ran into the Seneca Valley High School crew, for the class of '95, like a 30-year reunion thing.
Oh, you did?
And
You
yeah, if I tiptoed in for a sec. But
look at
so one of the homeboys from DMR, he talking about yo, your sister was so fast, like lightning fast, that she had a dude scared to line up next to her. They was thinking they might be able to see her, but They was afraid that they was gonna get smoked. So you ain't bring some of that speed out.
Listen,
Yeah.
I want to tell you, for my hair, I'm a sprinter. Okay. For everything else, I'm a fast walker. Now, I gave up my track days, but for my hair, and, especially with short hair, because it matters. So, it wasn't the initial rain, to be quite honest, that I was worried about. So let me school you. And this will go back into why we need scarves at night. So this is a lesson. So it wasn't the initial wet. Like I was really okay with that because if I could slick it down, right? If I could have slicked it down and let it live like that for the few hours that I was going to be out, it would have been okay. The problem is when the moisture meets the root, okay, and then drying happens, it becomes like a fro. So that is the disruption. So when we sleep, we're sweating, we're doing all these things. We're teaching our hair through the scarf to lay down. So I don't have to do so much work. Okay. So it's beneficial. Like, so how you like women to look all perfect because it's clear,
Yeah,
you
I
roll
like it.
over that
I
perfection.
like it. They made some effort, you know what I mean? Look nice for a dude.
So
Yeah,
that
yes, indeed. I
perfection
like
requires the scarf. And there are
that.
beautiful scarves in the world. Mine is colorful. Um,
Yeah, I like you. I like you if you put some thought into getting a real silk scarf, something little nice looking, tied up nice, make it match the outfit, yeah,
make it
yeah. You could
nicer.
do,
Let me tell you,
but see what I saw that was that just traumatized me was all kind of mismatched t-shirt. Well, I don't know what was going on in there. I was like, whoever did this, boy, that person need coaching. Yeah. Send them to some how to be a wife coaching. You know what I mean?
you,
Before
you
you go to bed. You know what
I just want you to know that whoever is, why your closet has nobody else's clothes in it?
I
Because you have all these unspoken rules. Now think about it. When we're in
mean?
that beginning dating part, right? Which,
Hmm.
and I hear it's really hard out here. So if the poor ladies need to know, y'all are getting discriminated against because you're not wearing matching pajamas. How are we supposed to date? And I'm so thankful I didn't snag mine up, because
Yeah, you ain't lying. You
you get
lucky.
you get judged for non-matching pajamas. Your hair scarf also has the people need to know what's out there. So maybe we over here saving lives. So what else is on your menu if someone is dating you so that they are sure that they will be kept by you?
It's all about the energy, I think, like the energy and the positive upbeat attitude somebody brings to a situation. I feel like
I didn't
is
see
to
very
me, the one thing I value more than anything in life is peace and harmony.
okay. So
Somebody bring you some peace. You know how like sometimes there's some people that are they just got high strung personalities or whatever. I don't see that. I don't feel like that's gonna work for me.
So
You know
no,
what I mean?
like not good morning, how are you?
I
That's
mean, hey, did you send me something that a dude was saying that there's sometimes men just want, a woman to be there but don't say nothing, just be quiet, you know what I'm saying? But be next to me, but don't talk, you know,
yes, I
just
did.
chill out, you know what I mean? We
That's
don't
my
gotta talk and all that. We could just be present, right?
yeah.
Without the commentary and dialogue. Let's just sit next to each other, be quiet, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But I heard somebody tell them, I can't remember. I don't know if that was our mother or our big sister. Somebody said that some dude had told them that, and they got offended by that. You remember that?
I think
I
that was
can.
mom. I think that was
Yeah,
mom. But
yeah, I can.
Bruce says that to me sometimes because
Yeah.
the problem is I don't talk to him during the day.
Man, I
So
thought y'all talked to each other like a million times, man. I can see y'all. You just left the house. You try to call somebody. But, oh, that's Bruce calling. I'm like, damn. Of course, of 10 minutes, Bruce called like 20 times. I'm like, damn, what y'all got to talk about so much? Y'all say y'all can't wait. You can't wait till you get home later. I'm like, man, y'all are high touch. Y'all probably talk 100 times a day.
but we talking about some of those things are family touch points. Like, did you get there safe, or did you take the food out, or like, we got a lot. Marriage is like a business. So we run our family business, but I don't. And we literally talk for seconds on the phone. We're not. Both of
No,
us
I
have,
feel that.
so
I
we're
feel
not.
that.
We have high demanding jobs. So especially me, like I'm not. I cherish this time, with you because I actually get to dump. And so I
Hmm.
think for him, he's my dump when I get home. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
but he's definitely quiet. Like he's a quieter person than I am, I guess, naturally. And so he has done things like that where he's like, okay, let's watch the TV now.
Let's just be quiet. Let's just chill out. You know what I mean?
So like but I do think he likes how, like, when I see him, I'm like,
Mhm.
hey, how are you? I'm really excited.
Right, right, right.
So he likes that. Like, so you gotta help the people save some lives. Like, because I want your closet to be full at some point.
No doubt.
So
No doubt.
what's the secret? So they need to be having matching scarves and clothes.
There's some fundamental things that I feel like are universal when it comes to building bonds. You know what I mean? So like I have them with a, a single digit people in my life that I think is the key, the secret sauce, right? Number one thing is a commitment to each other, right? That
Mhm.
maybe number one thing is a true sense of actually admiring and liking the person. You know what I'm saying? Because I
Okay.
think some people be around you, but they really don't like you, and you can tell because they so nitpicky on everything you do. You don't call me, you don't do this, you don't make it, like all this stuff. It's just they're nothing but complaints, right?
Okay.
Yeah. But there's some people who they like. Like I say, the people I really got love from in my life, they like really like me. You know, every time they talk about me or they talk to somebody or whatever, it's like they speak of me highly. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And even if I do have flaws, it's not something that that they highlight or whatever. It's like those things are invisible. And then, they got to stick with itness. You know what I mean? Like I could say that the people in my life that got real love for me, we don't talk all the time. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
We might talk. Let's just say this is exaggeration, but let's just say we only talk once a year. It would be like nothing that we ain't miss a beat. We got a lot to drop on each other. We connect, we plug in, and we go back and get it in. But it's so much love still there. And but those people I could count on. Like they ain't gonna never be like, well, he talked too much or he did this thing and I'm not messing with him no more. You know what I mean? Or he didn't claim me. He didn't do this thing.
You
So I'm out of here. You know
up
what I'm
on
saying?
me.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. I
You know,
see.
see those things are what I consider you choosing yourself over the other. Because to be inside of a bond it's a constant renewable thing of choosing the other over yourself. You know what I mean? And
So wait,
people we always talk about this compromise, right?
right?
We have that with people we love. Because let's just say, another example of people we love is our children, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
like we always compromise. Most people, not everybody now, but I might compromise where I live, what I do, all
Yeah.
this stuff because my kids have a say. You know what I
Right.
mean? And it's
Right.
funny because we as parents, you might dictate it. Like I could say, hey, we going to live in Antarctica,
Right.
but my kids could protest that. They'd be like, why we want to live in Antarctica? We ain't trying to do it. And I
Oh,
would listen to that. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Whereas somebody else might say, well, I'm going there because it's in my best interest and it's going to help you too. Because
Right.
if I go to Antarctica, what if I get $1 billion? You get some of that. So you
Right.
coming.
Right.
But I would sacrifice myself for them. And
Okay.
and and I feel
So
like that's a
this is
property.
these properties and traits you're saying are also what you have to give. I'm just making sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, these are so you can, like I said, you can ask the other side of these bonds that I have and see what they say about me.
So you
You
have
know
some
what I mean?
fit it with, and you are very like loyal. You don't choose yourself. It sounds
Mm,
like. And
Hmm.
okay, so what else? What else?
So then I think it comes down to the person, what does the value, the meaning of that person to you? You know what I'm saying? Like say for instance, what I was saying about this sense of peace and harmony,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
What if the person you with never gives you that? You know what I'm saying? Like all they give you is the opposite of it, chaos and stress and craziness. No matter how much you love them, it's like that's unorderly, and you can't make nothing work off that. You know what I mean? You got to have like some sort of alignment of peace and harmony. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Then I think the other thing is like we already touched on it kind of, but it's like always having positivity. Like when you walk in the room and you're like, "Hey, how you doing?" Whatever. All that. Yeah, I can't do your voice, but you did early. But what that is saying, no matter what happened, it rained on me today. It was best up day. I got to fight out here in the street. But when I come to connect with you, I'm happy to see you, no matter
Right,
what's going on.
right.
And I never in my body language and my words and my looks or whatever make you feel like I don't want you to be there. You know what I mean? Or you're like
That's
those are the secret things.
so the
You know?
formula is there. Okay, so it's
Hmm.
simple. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a chance to light up the world so that your closet isn't so empty. You got beautiful closets over there. And you got beautiful closets over there. And Meg added something in the chat. I just saw it
Mhm.
fire up that you also need laughter. And I would agree with
True that.
you. Need humor. You need
True
humor.
that.
And let me tell
True
you,
that.
so
Yeah.
everything about what you described, I hope for all our relationships. And actually, there was a study. One of the Ivies did a study about the people who live the longest. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we all trying to be vampires. So
100.
and what they found, and it was a multi like one of the largest longitudinal studies, like 30 or 40 years, some ridiculous amount of time. And you know what they found was that the people who lived the longest had the best quality relationships. And it didn't just mean for their nuclear families, it was outside their families. So they
Mm-hmm.
developed a sense of community. And within that community, they had relational skills, which probably included humor, laughing, bringing people together, having good behavioral skills that connected us. Why is that important? Because, right now, what we're experiencing in our atmosphere, and I'm being very deliberate and thankful to my brother and all the other people, my husband, who I seek counsel from, to ignore the chaos that is being presented, you know, because it's easy to succumb to this negativity right now. I mean, right now it's like good versus evil out there,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
everybody's good versus evil. But so what my husband challenged me to do recently was, or maybe I challenged my husband, I can't remember, but we were talking about this very issue. And I said, throughout the day, you need to look for the good and talk about the good. You know, we don't need to look for all the negative things and rehearse the negative things and say what people are saying.
Right, right,
Your
right.
mind gets tuned into that, and then you naturally get more negative. Like, so people, like, we don't hate a Republican or somebody who's white, or somebody that doesn't have my beliefs. We don't really naturally hate that, but you listen to all this chaos and I'm like, you can't trust some white people, and like, stupid, right? It's like, because we're letting that soak into our spirit. But if we
100. Yeah.
we look deliberately for the good. And I'm going to tell you, today, just even when the rain was being disrespectful, there was a lot of good that happened. So
Right.
somebody held the door open for me. So, they sprinted a little faster than me and they got to that door first. The door was held open. I got a tissue to wipe my face. It was like a lot of little good things happened
Right, right, right.
all
Like
in
it
that
does all every day. There's
all
something.
day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Even though the rain was deeply disrespectful. And the best part about it was when I called my husband and I came home and told him, he said, "Man, I'm mad at that rain. Why was that rain so disrespectful?" He was so supportive of the fact, like now everybody's hearing this is like Rain ain't disrespectful for real. So
Yeah.
we got her little lazy behind
Right,
out there.
right.
But that, he was so supportive of it in a way that that was a good part of my day. And I could have looked at that totally different, right? Like I could have been like, I went in that meeting, look at a mess. And then yeah, my roots did swell up.
You know, you're right about that because, like, I feel like we take that approach into, everything. It makes a lot of things like a lot more palatable and livable and manageable, right? Because I would say, a lot of people, are confused about, say, like my son's mother and our relationship, right? Because you know, they would probably expect me to be, have animosity and all this stuff towards or whatnot. But I don't because, like you said, I see like little, But now, don't get me wrong. Like sometimes I'm suspicious of the, you know, suspicious of the goodwill. You know what I mean? Because the goodwill ain't always goodwill. I don't know what the motivations and intentions are on the other side. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
But
right.
I am grateful for like some little things. And then as much as I can compartmentalize, I can look at that and just be thankful, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then this way, I take off you know, the urge to like punish, you know what I'm saying, or
Hey,
do people in a certain kind of a way.
yeah.
So it's interesting because I think like to a lot of people it's like all or none. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't look at it like that because I think every human life has some intrinsic value and every human life is precious in some kind of a way.
We
Even
need
even some of these dark spirits, you know what I'm saying? Like,
even the dark spirits.
yeah.
There's a show called oh man, Black Doves on Netflix.
Mm,
And the complexity of the human spirit is really well produced here because
mm,
there's people that are assassins and spies in the show. That's what it's about, not giving away everything.
mm,
But what this show nicely does is it demonstrates the healing power of love and choosing love. Okay, so
mm.
go watch it and then we
Yeah,
can.
I'm gonna check it out. Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to, I don't want to tell you too much, but and I remember when I was young and I was living at home, and I didn't have a good relationship with my mom when I was at this point in our relationship, and I remember she was dating her last husband, and they were talking about love, and it was like this mystical, magical thing, and I said, Mom, love is a choice. It really is a choice. And I said, and so she was fighting with me about like, it is not a choice, it's a feeling. Mommy's a
Well,
fairy, so it's a feeling that falls down from the sky.
yeah. Well, love is one of those most confused, the probably one of the most confused terms in the world, right? Because love really uh describes, right? A whole set of complex things, because this dude from Cameroon was telling me that that where he from, he's one of 45 children, you know.
Oh,
He's from his dad's side.
I
He's
was about
from
to
his
say,
his
what
from
woman
his
is
his dad. His dad had 45 kids. His mom had 8. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, man, I'm from a big family or
was
whatever.
he wealthy? This is 45 children.
Nah, he ain't
Right?
nah, that dude ain't wealthy. So he was a funny dude too. The way
Just
he was
dropping
telling
it
this
low.
story is funny. He was like, how so he said for a woman it take her about 10 months to make a life.
Yeah.
How long do it take a man? Like 2 minutes or something, whatever. How long it take? So a man could literally make
Inflate
like
the
two
numbers.
thousand
This,
kids in a year or
this is
something
one
like
of
that.
inflate the numbers. 2 minutes. Be honest. It ain't no 2 minutes. 2 minutes. You think y'all going half of a heavyweight boxing round? No. No, you are
Yeah,
not.
yeah, man. well, well, he was saying. So then he said that to him, that duty to a person, because he said he was part of an arranged marriage, and he's in his arranged marriage he has an obligation out of duty to his wife, and she has one to him, and he felt like love was a consequence of the duty for each other, which is kind of what we're saying in the sense of the appreciation and gratitude that you get when people are actually doing something to fulfill a certain type of role in your life. And I and hearing what we were saying, it was a female that and was rebutting, what he was trying to say because they try to say, well, the whole thing starts with love. So he and I was like, how could it start with love when if the other person is strange, you don't know nothing about them? So love can't happen yet because love has to be a consequence of a bunch of other things that have occurred, that make it so. So then I realized I was like, we that is true. Like a whole lot of things got to line up first before love can actually be there. So
Mhm.
this concept on the Western world that everything starts with love first, that's like putting the cart before the horse. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Mhm.
So, and that's why things probably fall apart because that feeling that they talking about ain't really love. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? That
right. That's
that's
love.
yeah, whatever,
That's
whatever.
that's
It
that
could be
2
love,
minutes.
so it could be
That's
some
that
other
2
thing.
minutes.
Yeah, you know how like they say sometimes like women get married, but the least of the reasons that they get married for is love most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So 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 I'm saying all that to
Men
say,
get married. I'm very curious.
well, I do think like for what I see of men in the world, I do think men are mystified with the concept of being married, of building what they believe could lead to love, and like men are more intentional and deliberate when it comes to that, in a sense, to my mind. You know what I mean? But it take another person to be in there with you at the same kind of level, like they say, evenly yoked for that thing to actually work. But I feel like the two people ain't on the same page and ain't gonna make no difference. But there's no way that love can be there in the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
It
choice.
has to be some stuff. Yeah. So this thing where you saying is a choice is the billions of choices that you've made daily
Right.
that was coming together. That's why I say like each time there was an intersection of a point, where you could go left, right, up, down, wherever. You chose to go towards that person wherever they was at that point in time. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And
Mhm.
that person chose to come towards you, and that built this bond.
Yeah.
That then stacks on to where you could be like, I love that person because I wouldn't imagine not being able to talk to them, without seeing them, or them being able to be in my life and the impact that they bring.
Yeah.
So, certainly, you know, you ain't stumble into the room of love, you know what I mean? And then Cupid's arrow hit y'all both, bang, bang. You know what I mean? Now,
You don't
both
believe
of y'all,
in Valentine's Day?
it's crazy.
What you
It's
about to say?
I mean, even for our own children, like I feel like, yeah, there's an instant because our children are a consequence of our choices and actions, right?
Yeah.
So I think that for them, like you said, here it is. The first choice is to want to have them, and
Yeah.
to want to love them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then now you have to meet them. Man,
Mhm.
you could get a hellion. You could be, you could bring to life an actual real demon, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
And then that's gonna be fine. Fine. I feel like sometimes it's hard to find reasons to love a person.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're
But you choose
struggling. You're like, okay, well,
every
let me
day.
see. But you have to because you got that dedicated commitment to that person, and please don't take it for granted. Because
Yeah.
just because a person is your father or son or something like this, or daughter, whatever it may be, mother, they don't have to be there.
Yeah. And so
That's
and
it.
they
Like you said, that's a choice. A father or mother, they could say, "Hey, I gave you life. Now go on.
right.
Go get adopted by somebody or whatever. I gave you the greatest gift I could give you,
Right.
or whatever."
Right.
For a person to want to be there and choose to be there, like you say,
Yeah.
that's an amazing blessing,
Yeah.
really.
It is. Well, so many wonderful lessons here in the Rose Garden. We are so happy that Meg actually joined us live today. We have enjoyed all her commentary. Um, we are getting close to the end. So, we end almost every show with some lightness and humor. And so I went to something called Beats and Bingo last week. And first of all, if you don't know this about me, brother, there's a couple things I like. One's my lottery, you know that. Other one is I love bingo. I love bingo. Your sister.
When you get the love and bingo, that's like old people joint. Turn it like you try to accelerate yourself. You like 40, you try to make yourself be like 70.
What? Listen, I
You
go to
got the behavior patterns of a 70-year-old. You go to bed before 9. You know what I mean? You like bingo and all that stuff. I'm playing with you.
it's very fun. If you've never played bingo, it's like stimulating. And the bingo people are kind. We're all, it's fun. I love bingo. It's like one of my favorite things to do. And I'm like two-fisted bingo because I like playing multiple cards. But
Okay.
so you know what? Two things I'm gonna do. One, I'm going to invite you to the next beat so that you can experience bingo for yourself. But then the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find where the bingo is in your area so that you can be a bingo convert, because I think
Well, it's funny because Kiko introduced me to this game called La Lotteria, which is it sound like lottery or whatever, but
like,
it's a
I think it's like
bingo
Keno.
game.
I think it's like Keno, closer to Keno, right?
Well, you got a board and it's cars and they say like spider or whatever, but it's in Spanish.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then you put the thing on. It's like bingo.
it's like bingo. Okay.
Yeah. We play it for money.
Okay. Well, so
Yeah.
that's my cousin in bingo, and Megan's a cousin in bingo too. She loves bingo, and there's so
Megan
look,
don't know nothing about no bingo. Nah, I'm playing with you. She might.
She missed the game. She liked the jackpot game. So that's a sister in this. So let me tell you something. So I went to Beats and Bingo. Now, two things happened. So I normally go to normal bingo where they're like B24. That's normal bingo. Beats and Bingo, they play a song and you have to know the artist, and your card is full of artists. Okay.
Damn.
So, just like recently, I keep getting these cards pulled. The last time, my little buddy, he took my little black card because I didn't know enough Black history. This time I went with a big group of friends, thank God. So we cheated for each other.
Yeah.
I realized I don't really have, like I like songs, but I don't know their names. So again, I said I gotta test my brother's knowledge. Okay. I gotta test his knowledge. So how you play Beats and Bingo is what I just said. So we're gonna do our own little Beats and Bingo. I'm gonna play you a song and you have to name the artist. Okay. And I'm gonna give you the genre. It's gonna be 90s. So you can be thinking of, these are songs in the 90s. Okay. Here's your first one. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta pay an ad. I gotta pay an ad.
Oh yeah. That's that TLC joint.
Yeah. What's the name?
Left Eye and T-Boz in there. I don't know. It's a scrub. No, creep. Oh yeah. Me and Wes was talking about that. Like this stuff, y'all. The encoding that y'all women telling each other. You got the creep. They trying to teach you how to sneak and creep.
We're gonna do another show. Ready?
That's
this
terrible.
This is the next one.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, that sound like it might be a banger. I like how it started. That's how it started. That's the song.
That's the song.
Bob B or something B something.
Man, I don't know.
It's that it takes two to make things go right. That's Rob Bass or something.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
You're struggling with that one. Yeah. Rob Bass. All right, this is your last one. Let's see if you get. All right, let's see if you get this one. This is my favorite one here. This is the beginning.
Oh, okay. That's that Montel somebody.
Montel?
This is how I do it. Montel Williams. Or no, what's his name? Montel Jordan.
Montel Jordan.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did
yeah.
it. Yeah, so I struggled. I struggled a lot. I know the songs, like I know the lyrics to the songs, but I always forget the artist.
Hmm.
So it was fun. We had a great time. We got the art. So now you're a ringer because you did this good. So I definitely need to invite you to the next bingo. And Meg says there's plenty of beats and bingo around in your place. So
All right. Okay. Yeah, we gonna have to find one then.
she didn't say, I'm sorry. She said there's plenty of bingo places around here.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so
Hey,
I'm
yo, Meg be on the uh Commanders real hard. Luckily they transformed themselves. They look like a real team now. Luckily I would say something about
listen, let me
it.
I got a Saint shirt on right now. I got a Saint shirt on right now. So we're gonna be very respectful to the team, and
Yeah.
so I'm not gonna talk about her Commanders at all. I'm gonna be friendly to her and her Commanders. Okay, I'm gonna be friendly to her Commanders. But the next time, I'm telling you, you're gonna get a ticket. You're gonna have your bingo going. You're
What
a
you get? What you get if you win the bingo? What you get?
Oh, so money fund, money prizes, and then some of them
All
had like
right.
the wine. It's literally it was like from 8 to midnight. So
Damn.
and I usually leave about 11 because that's a little late. That's a little
I know. Hey, that's too late for y'all 70-year-olds. You know what I'm saying?
you know.
Hey,
So
what's up?
I need to beat the crowd out. I need to beat the crowd out.
Y'all senior citizens. You know what I'm
I got to beat the crowd to the parking lot. But
saying?
what I do is I get at least through it's like, so what you do is you pay for your entry, and then you get, I think, 4 or 5 bingo cards, and you pay for how many cards you want. A real bingo player gonna get multiple cards. So I usually play with 4, and I got my things going. So, but it was terrible with the beats and bingo. The music was so good. Like, I love the songs. Is that you have a certain amount of time to find it on
Oh, okay.
singing and dancing, and then you move to the next song. So I kept missing it on my card. Like, but I had a team, with me, and they would be like, "You got Montel Jordan, you got this person, you got that person." They were helping me out because I was dancing. It was a great time. It was
And that's dope. I think you would like that La Loteria then, because
I love.
that's another form of bingo. It's just the Spanish version, I guess.
So you
And
guys,
it's
listen, take me, invite me. I'm coming.
yeah. We gonna do it up.
We're gonna do it. And do you have
Yeah.
little markers, or what do you have?
The way we was doing it, we because we ain't had nothing, because we did it in the crib, so we just took a box of old macaronis. I forgot what we used as money. Oh, I think Amir had like some game that had like fake chips, like so we made them be like the poker chips that you give. That was the stack of money or whatever. We was using the other thing, the placeholder was like macaronis or whatnot. You gotta be
It's a
innovative.
real
You know
low
what I mean?
budget game. You ain't
Yeah. Hey, but it was fun though. It was fun.
You
It
only
was
have
entertaining.
I don't know if I can play this game. I need to have. I don't know because you real serious about your bingo because you got to bring your bingo card up to get checked.
Oh yeah.
Anybody call a bingo, your bingo card has to be validated by the
100%.
because everybody holler bingo. We can't
And
trust
sometimes it be wrong too, huh? They be hollering bingo, they ain't got that bingo for
no
real.
bingo.
Hey, but so on the La Loteria thing, they were saying that you could get bingo in a couple ways. You could get the bingo with like all corners, like the square. You could do it with an X. You could do it with the line.
Sir, we should tell you don't play bingo because that's all bingo. It's like
That is.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to take. You're invited. You're invited. Bring your friends because it seems like they already know. But you're invited, and I'll come and get you. I know we live hours away from each other.
Yeah, no doubt.
Look. I'll send the person for you. I'll let you come. And we play our bingo. Long as by 11, we're all good. Okay, we're gonna
Yeah.
because listen, the bingo biddies, they get to fighting at the parking lot. You got
they do? How come?
Because they want after the game is over, they want to go. They want you to clean your
Oh yeah, they ready.
clothes.
They putting people out, huh?
They put you out.
Yeah.
It's midnight. We got to get the VFW clean.
Well, shout out to your nephew. It was his birthday yesterday,
It's
right?
his
Yeah,
birthday.
my homeboy was wild too. He
What
did
do you
something
do?
he ain't never do before.
What
So
do
I
you
was on the phone with Wes, and I was working out too at the same time, and he came up and he like showed me his phone, and I said, what is it? It wasn't nothing on the phone. So I was like, what you want me to see? And he was like, look at the time. So it was at exactly midnight.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, oh, okay, happy birthday, son, whatever. And then I went back to doing what I was doing. He was standing there. So I was thinking, oh, he want to spend time with me and shit, right? You know. So then I let him talk to Wes and Heru and everything. And then he still was hanging out. But he ain't say nothing, right? So the next morning he woke up, he goes, what's up with the gift? So he was waiting for his birthday gift the whole time. You know what I mean? So I didn't realize that.
That's how y'all roll. Y'all admit it's like Christmas.
I know, yo, this dude, that's his love language. He love
Yeah.
gifts. So
Yeah.
I ain't had no gift for him.
Not at 8 o'clock in the
I
morning.
ain't had no gift. I was like, yo, I thought this trip to Japan and Singapore and Korea, that was your birthday gift. You said you wanted to stay home from school. That's your gift. You know what I mean? I ain't had no damn gift. You know what I mean? He talking about. I was like, man, you ain't tell me anything you wanted. He's like, man, the whole thing about a gift is that you pick it. I was like, oh Lord, man,
Well, let me
Lord.
say something. He
Hey.
runs a hard bargain, and now we know. This is one thing about love. It's instructional because
Yeah.
never gonna now every birthday you're never not gonna have his gift available. And
Oh
that's
yeah, he was ready at 12 midnight. You know what I mean? He want to maximize the whole 24 hours. I said, damn. I didn't pick up on the cue though. You know what I'm saying? Now I got it.
yeah, everything about life is lessons,
Hmm.
right? So you're learning
Hmm.
lessons. And I hope everybody who was in the Rose Garden learned some lessons with us. We enjoy you every week. Brother, thank you so much for my therapy. I'm leaving to go see your niece tomorrow. So
That's
I
what's up.
yeah, so I'm gonna be going back in the lab to do a little bit of work, and then tomorrow we're gonna be crashing out to see her in Michigan. She has our first scrimmage this weekend, so we're wishing.
Okay. Tell
Yeah,
her to show up. I want to see her show off out here. I want to be
so
like that's my niece or whatnot. Want to
we'll
throw
take
it up.
we'll take pictures for you to get. You could. I think they play those games live. I don't know. I'll figure it all
I
out.
hope so. Yeah, send me a link. I want to definitely check her out.
Yeah,
Send
I
it,
will.
send her my love over there too. I
Oh,
hope I hope she's all settled in. I see her be posting little joints up on the Instagram. I'm
yeah,
like, oh, she living it up.
she
Boy,
better.
oh,
She better. She far away from home, Toto. Ain't nobody watching you. You better get it all out before you. All right. Much love to
all
everybody in
right, too.
the Rose Garden. Anything else you want to say before we leave?
Nah, man, just shout out to everybody that came and joined us. And
Meg was listen. Sanai's usually our biggest viewer, but it was Meg today, so we got to give her a clap. And
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Golf clap for Meg. Little
listen,
golf clap.
I want you to see him and give him his attitude correction because it was not me; it was all him. Um,
Nah, I apologize for that. Definitely we do better. I mean, for sure, when her feedback was right on point, which is
it
we
was.
should definitely be making people aware if we're gonna miss it, and when they going when we go reschedule and all that, we gonna make a better effort at that. But I definitely appreciate the love and the fact that we was missed, and
We'll see y'all
seemed
next
like a lot. Yeah,
time.
see y'all next week.
Bye for now.